Whoa, this guy looks like he's about to fall off the roof. Oh, hi, I'm Viveka, and this is my photography studio. I do lots of my work outside the studio though. Sometimes I'm at the soccer field or in an auditorium shooting a theater performance, or like today, where I got to help build a house. Seriously, some of my friends are volunteering to build an entire house with a group called Habitat for Humanity. The house will be a home for a family who doesn't have a place to live right now. I had so much fun taking these photos of the build today. Everyone sure showed their individuality, which, by the way, is discovering who you're meant to be so you can make a difference. Here's my friend Tom. He's just plain good at building stuff. He can lift anything too. Huge bags of cement or big stacks of bricks. And this is Michaela. She's the architect who designed the house. She figured out how to make all the rooms the size that they need to be, so everything is comfortable and convenient and looks nice. Raphael is a real artist. He creates cool designs that will make the house special for the family who live here. And we cannot leave out Lisa. She is one amazing cook. None of us would have made it through the whole day without all the good things she fed us. It takes so many people with so many different skills to build a house like this. In today's story, we'll get to hear about a church where people don't want to use their gifts to help each other. And it causes a lot of trouble. It would really help me out to have more of Lisa's incredible mac and cheese right now.
$252 Movie presents All Together Now, based on Paul's teachings on working together as one body. Action!
Now, we've all had people in our lives that we just don't get along with. People who see things differently than we do. Now, what's supposed to happen when we get put in the same room with those people and we're told we got to work together? Now, how's that supposed to work? Well, we're going to find out today on Dr. Larry. Now, my guests today are from a church in the city of Corinth. Now, it's one of the brand new Christian churches that the Apostle Paul has been starting all over the countryside. Now, here's the deal. As long as Paul was there with them, they were doing just fine. Everything was hunky-dory. They were learning about Christ. They were loving each other. They were making a difference. Now, the problem all started when Paul had to move on. Trouble just broke out. Hey, help me welcome to the show Dennis and Callista. Okay. All right then. Okay, now let's talk. Okay, y'all look like you're about to rumble here. Do I need to go get a referee and bring him out here or something?
No, I'm sorry, Dr. Larry. I'm fine. We're fine.
Don't speak for me.
Listen, it's too late, and I just...
all right, y'all calm down here. This is a family show. Just keep it down, all right? Now, I'm a little confused. Perhaps y'all can help me straighten this out. I thought y'all were from the same church. Is that right?
Well,
yes,
we
that's
are,
true, but what I was trying to
understand that... I can't believe it.
Okay, stop it right now. Y'all just stop it, okay?
But he's always trying to go
Dr. Larry,
first.
what you have to understand is that
I said stop
it!
it! All right, now, y'all just hush your mouth now. This is my show, not yours, and I make the rules, okay? So you zip it.
But
I said zip it. You too. Now, here's the situation. I want to hear both sides of your story, okay? I really do. But I can't hear if you're all talking at the same time, all right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen to each of you tell your side of the story, but no talking while the other person's talking, all right? All right? All right. Now, Callista, I'm going to start with you, ladies first. Now, help me understand this. Y'all were from the same church, I thought.
That is true,
Okay.
Dr. Larry, until some people went astray.
Okay. Now explain this to me, going astray. What do you mean by that?
Well, Dr. Larry, I was there from the very beginning. When Paul came and the church started meeting at Chloe's house, I've been following Paul religiously ever since. Paul, I've been following him.
Okay, thank you. Now, what about you, Dennis? You don't follow Paul. Is that what's going on here?
Listen, Paul is fine, but did you know that he used to throw people in jail just for following Jesus? Now, I follow Peter, who has been with Jesus from the very beginning. The very, very beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
has.
Okay.
That's a
so,
fact.
So that's just the whole difference here is y'all follow different leaders. That's the whole thing.
No, it's everything. It's about how they worship totally incorrectly. Like, we like to have it very structured and organized. So you come in, there's a hymn of welcome, then we have a prayer asking for the Lord's blessing, and then there's a hymn of worship, and then after another prayer.
And we believe that worship should come naturally, not structured. And everybody should just gather together and see how the Holy Spirit moves.
When they read the scriptures, they read it silently to themselves, as opposed to proclaiming loudly for the entire congregation to hear.
True, but that gives every single person their own understanding of the verses instead of one shouting man.
Whenever they have lunch, they always bring crunchy peanut butter as opposed to creamy.
Crunchy has more texture.
You don't know, and you never
always bring
cut
up
the crust
crunchy
off. You
up.
know
Peanut
I
butter.
got
Whoa,
crust.
Peanut butter.
Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, it's like dealing with a couple teenagers here. Now y'all just calm down, all right? Now here's the deal. It's obvious you got some problems. I mean, big problems. I have to admit it's probably problems too big for me to deal with by myself. So what I have done is I have invited two very special guests here today. Ladies and gentlemen, live via satellite, please welcome to the show Paul and Timothy.
Oh, it's Paul. Hey, Paul. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dr. Larry.
Thanks for having us.
Paul, you've heard about the situation that's going on in the church at Corinth, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I heard they haven't been getting along too well.
Yeah. Well, have you got anything to say to these two about that?
First of all, Callista, you say you follow me, right?
Yes, I did.
And Dennis, you say you follow Peter, and you said that, right?
Paul, listen, I said that, but it's kind of a misunderstanding about like what I meant.
Listen to me. You're both wrong. I keep hearing this, I follow Paul, I follow Peter, I follow Apollos. It's nonsense. I mean, the one you should really be following is Jesus. I mean, he's the one who died on the cross for you, not me or Peter or no one else. And you get that, right? Okay, second of all, we shouldn't even be arguing about this little stuff. It's a waste of time. The reasons you have different ways of praying and worshiping and eating or whatever is because, get this, God made everybody different. Okay, and in fact, I've got Timothy coming to Corinth with a letter that talks all about it. You have it?
Yeah.
Sosthenes helped us write it.
Here it is.
Okay. Oh, read the part about the body.
Okay. There is one body, but it has many parts. Even though it has many parts, they make up one body. It's the same way with Christ.
You see? Okay, it's like this. My eye has a very specific job to do. It sees, right? But I wouldn't expect my ear to do that, or my foot. I mean, a foot can't see, can it, Timothy?
No, it can't, Paul.
Yeah. But even though my foot can't see, does that mean it's not important? Of course not. My foot has its own job to do. Now, when you put all the different body parts together, doing all their different jobs, ears hearing, the eye seeing, the appendix doing whatever the appendix does, you get one body. And that's exactly what the church should be, one body, not a bunch of different body parts doing their own things.
Yeah, guys, you got to think that maybe God made you all different for a reason, that maybe you've got these different gifts and these different jobs that he wants you to do. So instead of spending all of your time arguing or trying to make everyone do church the same way as you, try finding a way to use your unique gifts to work together. I mean, just think of how much more you can accomplish that way.
Well, maybe you are more gifted at organizing than we are.
Yeah, and we could loosen up a little. You could probably help with that.
Totally.
Whoa.
I was just gonna shake her hand.
Oh, well, all right then. Carry on.
Hey,
Yeah.
sorry that I was so mad before.
Yeah,
That's-
no, I was right there with you. I mean, yeah, it's
Okay then. Hey, y'all. I'd like to thank my guests, Paul and Timothy. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Dr. Larry.
Okay, I'll be coming to you guys with a letter soon.
And of course, my guests from the Corinthian church, Dennis and Callista, a church that I think is going to be a whole lot friendlier after today. Now, folks, sometimes we're just not going to get along with each other. I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But here's the deal. Our differences don't have to turn into all-out war if we recognize that we're different because God made us that way. All right? And if we can learn to use our different gifts that we've been given together, maybe we can stop fighting about our differences and make a difference. All right? That's all. Y'all have a good day. Bye. Does that not feel better, y'all? I don't know if I said all those things.
No, I think you did really well.
Good. You're really good at that.
It's sad when people are so focused on thinking one gift is better that they don't see how different gifts can work together. I mean, Timothy and Paul had been such a good example for the Corinthians. They used their gifts together there to build the church and encourage the new believers. But after they left, the Corinthians got stuck. They couldn't see how to use their gifts together. I'm sure glad Paul wrote that letter to the Corinthians. Not only so they could learn to use their gifts together, but so that we can too. Maybe you can pitch in with your friends to do a car wash to raise money for kids who need clean water. Or maybe your family can work together to make a meal for a neighbor who's ill and can't leave the house. You could even create a book for your grandmother, along with your brothers and sisters or cousins, where someone writes and someone draws and someone puts the whole book together. There's no end to the different ways that you could use your gifts, along with other people, to make a difference. That's the one thing to remember this week. When we use our gifts together, we make a greater difference. I think I'm gonna make a book with all these photos of the building today. Then I can give it to the family who's going to live there.